Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's a beautiful day and I'm sitting in a tree, so that means it's an even better day already. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I was thinking about the sisters and brothers in Islam that have helped me be a better Muslim, and the ones who helped me learn Quran and recite surahs. I greatly appreciate and am thankful to them for taking the time to help me learn how to do salah properly, or understanding the reason behind hijab. Like, it's a matter of making sure your fellow Muslim is rightly guided. And almost dropped my phone. But so that we're rightly guided, but also so that we are encouraged and brought to Islam. And throughout my life, I have had many brushes with death. Oftentimes they were long hugs with death. But it's something that I've grown to find as a blessing, because death brought me to Islam. Death, the threat of it all the time, and my body just deciding not to do something properly, like make platelets. Yeah, my body's just like, I'm pretty sure what's there is an infection, and we gotta go in there like Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum on Independence Day and take out your own blood. Thank you so much, body. Thank you. And at the same time, like, also give me 3 other, like, autoimmune diseases and just, like, a dash of allergies, and except it's more than a dash. It's like my friends joke, if you didn't have an allergic reaction, did you even go? It's a fair question. It's a fair question. But aside from that, like, there have just been so many situations in my life where death felt like the solution. And it was because I was broken and traumatized physically and mentally. And every single time I took a step closer towards finding out exactly what I believe, there have been people in my life coming and going on making sure that I'm seeking truth, not seeking Christianity, not seeking evangelicalism. That word did not work for today. But I always felt like the people who helped me be a better Muslim, like, even in starting your day with waking up early and doing some work and making your home a beautiful place to live, like helping each other out. The people who brought me to Islam weren't Muslim. They were Christian. And not even in totality, because I have so many friends who are Wiccan and Buddhist and Hindi and like agnostic or atheist, and these people helped me understand where my morals lie, and they helped me develop a better understanding of myself. And when that was going on top of all of the health things, like it got to a point where, like, if you don't laugh about it, it will kill you. It will. And the lowest points of my life, Allah has always been right there, every time. And the first recognizable time being when I stopped going to church, because I was like, yeah, I read it, I studied it, cool, I know enough, I don't need to know anymore. And so I stopped going to church, and I still have a blacked out memory on those 8 months without Allah. Those 8 months were the longest and shortest periods of my entire life. Like, I was simply on autopilot and getting grades, doing the things that I needed to do, and that was it. And not thanking Allah, not thinking about Allah or any consequence. And when I realized what was going on, like, I just bottled it in deeper, because I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that the reason I was feeling empty was because I didn't have Allah. And I didn't want to admit that. And because everyone always saw me having this reputation as being a good Christian, and like I was always in like the worship music and like doing vacation Bible school, and like I was very involved, and I was a firm believer in practicing your faith, not just faith, and having accountability. And I was like just careless completely. Like, I don't even remember that black spot. It's just, I know that I was there, and I know I got good grades, but there was no memory of me in that 8 months. And it's really interesting to me how Allah wakes you up, because he's woken me up a lot of times. But one of them being, after that 8 months, the pastor's wife had we'd had a really good relationship, friendship, and talking about life and God and everything. And I hadn't been to church in 8 months, and she reached out and sent me a recording of the sermon. and said, hey, like, just wanted to give you this recording, so, you know, if you're interested, I mean, you don't have to listen to it, but, you know, I thought you might want to hear this sermon because it was important. It touched on things I thought you were going through. And I was very flippant with her and dismissive and said, oh yeah, thanks, and like walked away. Not really giving a reason as to why I wasn't going. I initially just threw that CD like on the floor in my bedroom. I was like, okay, whatever. And I actually didn't listen to it until maybe like 3 weeks after that. And I put it in and pushed play, and there was nothing. It was just pure silence. And whether that be a technical failure or what I fully believe is that Allah was sending me a message. You not talking to me, I'm not talking to you. And it was that energy, but obviously he was like talking to me, more like yelling, and like the wind and the train. But I remembered in that moment the verses in the Bible that talk about those who turn away will no longer hear Allah. Those who leave, those who choose to leave prayer, they will not hear Allah. And in that moment, I broke down because I fully convinced I had gone so far off the path that I couldn't hear Allah anymore. And it reminded me of like when we would go camping, and when we were younger, our parents would say like, don't go out of earshot, i.e. don't go out of earshot. Like, those woods are dense. Like, you will get lost, especially as a kid, and especially one who's just like running around trying to find deer stands to climb. And honestly, like, that's what that saying means. Like, that's what that means. Don't run out of earshot, because if you do, you will get lost. If you do, you'll get hurt, and I won't be able to find you right away. And like, it'll take you a while to like stumble around and be lost. And until you get close enough to the path that you can hear the person, your parent, Allah, and you go back. And it's honestly, it was the first time that I realized that my life without Allah is nothing. Blank. There was record that I was there, but I wasn't. And then after that, I now have the perspective that I was fortunate to be blessed with disease. and hit, like, sucker punch, KO, like, out with the allergies and the things that have tried to kill me. Especially with inside my own, like, immune system. Like first my immune system is working against itself. Then when I get my medicine, it's immunosuppressive. So then we're just, like, up for grabs. Like, flu, mine. Oh, hey, what's up? Strep throat? Yup. Chronic tonsillitis for an entire year leading up to a tonsillectomy because what is it now? I'm like, I really do miss my grandma because she and I had so many things in common when it came to doctors, but, like, my mom and I too, like, we have a ritual of, like, okay, new medicine, let's read the side effects. And, like, just going through the list of, oh, so this medicine that's supposed to cure my symptoms are going to give me more. Awesome. Thanks. So helpful of you. Plus, in America, insurance companies make you jump through hoops of wrong medication, generic medication, and somewhat working medication, but it's not quite stable, so you have more side effects, and they make you go through these hoops to prove that you have been trying to, like, get better, essentially, before they cover the medicine that actually works. Like, I was on the wrong medication for years, and I've dealt with so many malpractice things, like, I can't even count, and nothing gets solved. Like, something always happens, always, and, like, literally, you know, if I wrote it out, my life would be like, and then we went to this hospital, and then that hospital messed up, so we had to go to the next hospital over, and then go to Mayo, and then see what they could figure out. Good Lord. Whew. Duh. Like, it was in those moments that I needed Allah. Allah was the only one who got me through that. And it wasn't something that was needless. My pain, my intense just begging for relief, please. Like, it's not needless. I am happy to have gone through it, all of it, because that brought me to Islam. Death brought me right next to, like, some of the most genuine, caring ummah that I had ever experienced with a religious connection. And alhamdulillah, like, all of that pain brought me my husband and Islam. So not only did I find Islam, not even like 2.5 years later after Islam, I fulfilled half my deen by getting married. Because For Allah timing, mwah, it's perfect, honestly. And if this is my reward, being Muslim and trying every day to get closer to Allah, yeah, it was all necessary. It hurt. I wanted to die many times. I thought my death would be the solution, because why do I have to wait? Why do I have to wait to be with the most loving and healing entity? Why do I have to wait? Because I didn't even know what love was until I found my husband. Because I have never experienced that trust and respect and care and consideration because of my issues. It's not because the people weren't showing love and care. It's that because I was stuck in this place, in this body, that decided to hit the detonate button every day for like 10 years. And, oi. But that's why I say I don't know what love was until my husband, because I didn't even understand, conceptualize how much I loved Allah. Like, I love Allah infinitely more times today than I did yesterday. And that keeps increasing every day as I learn more and just live. And I am so thankful that all of the people who helped me get to a point of relief so that I could live. And Alhamdulillah. Honestly, Alhamdulillah. AllahuAkbar. I am humbled by my pain. I am reminded every day that Allah has something better waiting. I just have to make it to the one next prayer, to the one next minute, day, 55 days, 155 days. Allah has something better for me. And I'm listening. I'm within earshot now. I greatly encourage all of you to take some time and analyze what you've got. What cards were you dealt? Because if it hasn't paid off yet, get into earshot and you'll hear what's the reward. Ugh. singing trees. That's the reward, especially for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.